Solid? Kanon kan we live, eh?
Live?
Kanon kan yeah.
No, sir. Well, Shalom. This is the ISUPK in Trinidad and Tobago under Commanding General Yohana. Right? Shalom, Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh to my brothers and to my sisters. Shalom, Yahweh Shemar, and the Thun Bashim, Yahweh. Right? I'm Prison Officer Galwan, and again, the ISUPK in Trinidad and Tobago. Right? Since 1969, we have been teaching that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the lost 12 tribes of Israel. Right? The blacks, the Hispanic people, when the Spanish conquistadors came and conquered them, when the same white man again come and raped, enslaved, and forced the Native Indians and them to into Christianity. We are one race, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. The people who call themselves Caribbean Arawaks now, you are our brothers and sisters. The Hispanic people, like people from Colombia, Brazil, Argentina, people from the Hispanic speaking countries, Mexico. We are part of the lost 12 tribes of Israel. You understand? Because the Spanish speaking people too, they was on slave ships too. You understand? The Spanish speaking people, they was on slave ships too. The white man at that time used to speak Spanish. Right? And what the white man did, he conquered them and forced them to speak Spanish. The British, what did the British do? The British, when they got us from the transatlantic slave ship, the British forced us to speak English. You understand? Some white people forced us to speak Spanish. Some white people forced us to speak English. You understand? That's how it was. But we are one race. The East Indians and the Chinese and them must have another race. Their struggle have nothing to do with us. You understand? The white man, the Africans and them, their struggle have nothing to do with us. You understand? Our struggle is the struggle to fight the oppression that we just face on a daily basis by every single race. That is our struggle. We're struggling to fight the oppression from every single race that we oppressing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Look at what Donald Trump doing to Venezuela right now. Venezuela going through hell right now because of a white man again. You understand? So it's not only we alone. The Hispanics is we. But the white man, during colonization and slavery, he make us think that the people from Venezuela are different to us. The white man, through slavery and colonization, make us think that the Native Indians is different people to us. But blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians is one race. You understand? The white man at a point in time, he called the Native Indians Negroes. The Native Indians was called Negroes at a point in time. You understand? So yeah, those Native Indians, they was called Negroes at a point in time. You understand? Just as the Hispanic people. If you go into history, do all the research, we are not Africans. You understand? We are Israelites by blood. This thing has to do with a bloodline. Where bloodline come from? That's what this thing has to do here right now.
Right.
It's wherever your bloodline come from. Bob Marley, he's a white man.
Right.
Bob Marley not black. Bob Marley is a white man. Right. Why? Because the scriptures say whatever your father is what you is. Regardless of your mother. Your mother could be what race. Regardless of whatever race your mother is, that has nothing to do with it. Your race, to tell you what is your nationality, your ethnicity, is from who your father is. So Bob Marley's father is a 61-year-old white British man.
Right. That
went and had sex with a 16-year-old Jamaican girl. That is how Bob Marley was born. Bob Marley's ethnicity, his race, is a white race. His skin color is dark. He's a dark man. Just like me, he's dark skin. But the point we are trying to show is no matter your skin complexion has nothing to do with your race. Is where your bloodline comes from. Bob Marley bloodline comes from a white man. That is why they never ban Bob Marley from certain parts of the earth. But they go ban Scissor though. You understand? They go want to ban Scissor and other artists. They go ban them. Because why? Them is true Israelites. Them is true black people. The bloodline comes from Israel. You understand? And we is the salt of the earth, as Christ said. You understand? And guess what? This whole thing about Obeah and Voodoo, you understand? That people so afraid of and so are scared of. It started from the oppression of the slaves of Israel. You understand? That started all in, if you go and do a history, it goes into the into Simeon and Levi. Simeon and Levi. That is where that whole Obeah and Voodoo started from. You understand? I mean, everything we do, it is just magnified across the earth. Because Christ said it's the salt of the earth. Right. If we do something wrong, we do something good, it is just magnified across the earth. You understand? Obeah and Voodoo is one of them. Obeah and Voodoo is a sin. You understand? Because believing in Obeah and Voodoo is like believing in another God. A God is a power in the Bible. Right? A God is a power in the Bible. Right? He knew the word was supposed to be power, but okay, for example, like Zeus. Zeus have powers. Strike lightning out of the sky. He could do all kind of powers. But the white man named this power, he called it God. And that's how God ended up in the Bible. But a God is a power. So if you believe in Obeah and Voodoo, you believe in another God. Because a God is a power. Obeah and Voodoo, they say, is a power. It's not really a power, but they say it's a power. But if you believe in this power, other than the one true Lord, that is a sin against God. You understand? So tonight we're going to get into a little bit about Obeah and Voodoo. It does not exist. Do not believe in it. If anybody come and say Obeah and Voodoo exists and they frighten you, they say they just go in the cemetery and dirty their hand. They just hop around with one foot with a chicken wing. They just open up a frog mouth, write your name in it and put your name in the frog mouth. Them things do exist. They might do it, yeah. They might really write your name and put it in a frog mouth, but at the end of the day, the frog might just dead. He eat a piece of paper. That is the most that might happen. You understand? So what are things I don't know about Obeah and Voodoo? What did they say? Yeah? What did they say about Obeah and Voodoo? Anybody? What again besides the frog mouth and the chicken wing and thing like that? Yeah.
Basically,
So
you know, like if they throw money on the ground and you see like you pass and you pick it up, you know, you start to get pain in your hand, pain in your foot. So,
right.
So a lot of people complain with arthritis now. And they say, well, like somebody woke something on them or they mash something, somebody throw it in the yard because some woman take an ex-woman man and they had a dispute in it. And
right.
like she sent something for she and she mashed it and she finds she getting pain all over her body. So
she mashed this thing, she finds she getting pain over her body. So this is like Obeah and Voodoo. Well, of course, you know, we're going to get into it. Yeah. You know, all like just herbs. You know, it's not really magic. You walk and you mash something and you say, well, somebody walk a Obeah and me. Whoever they drop on the ground is Obeah and Voodoo.
And basically, most of them know there's what is be put in the body. So it has to do with the eating habit too. Yeah, because a lot of them like shrimps.
Right.
And they like pork. So when they start to get them pain, they start to blame somebody else now for them.
Yeah, all of that is it. Just propaganda myths, this Obeah and Voodoo thing. You understand? Some people just use candles, you know, how the candles are wrong, sacrificing cows, goats, Some people just play with some people just play with the chicken feet. There's some people that does, as we talk about the frogs, write a name, put in a frog mouth. Cucumbers, pack cucumber in a black plastic bag and put it in the fridge. And they say that some people say that that's paralyzed you. Right? But again, when people come in with these questions, you have to say, now you have to give me more details than that. You can't just come and say the cucumber in the fridge and they get paralyzed. You have to give me more details. How long was this person bed rest? So you have to give me more details. You can't just come and say that just so much. You understand? So something else that is say the buck and the supunya. All them things is that part of Obeah and Voodoo. Talk about some buck and supunya. You know, the buck has special powers. You do something fatal will get back whatever blessings or something so. Right? And the supunya they just turn into a ball of fire in the night. Right? And suck you. Right? All them things is just a myth. You understand?
That will be your 90-year-old grandmother.
Right. 90-year-old grandmother. You understand? Personally, if the man out there, you know, if your rib for some reason, you know, she see her sucking her sock, she die why she had this red spot over her body. Just carry she by the doctor, you don't know what it is. Carry she by the doctor. You understand? Either that or she has somebody else. The guy dies. Either you two. Yeah, to what? You understand? You know, a lot of people say, you know, they wake up. They sukunya suck them, you know, the white saying sukunya suck them, where all these red marks come from. You understand? Well, is it that two things? Either she has somebody else, or you have to carry she by doctor. Carry she by doctor first. You understand? Carry she by doctor first. If the doctor says everything good with she, well, then she has somebody else. She have an ex-man. You understand? She's a whore. That is where you have to coach. Right? But sukunya and laja bless and all them kind of things. People that smoke weed and get high and they see things. You understand? Things that happen. Some people when they, you know, they're tired. You know, like they're driving a car and they're so tired. They end up seeing things that's not there. You understand? So we're going to get into all that. As I was saying, you know, the Levites and them was known for knowing the medical herbs. Right, the Levites and them. You understand? So that is where the powers has really come in. The powers or the chemicals mixing different herbs together. And that is what does either paralyze you, make you see things, make you get things on the skin or wherever. The herbs. The herbs are what the Levites and them was known for, because them was the priests. So they needed to know the medical herbs. Right? You can't sweep somebody's foot. Put a horseshoe, they're saying putting horseshoe on your wall. They say the horseshoe does bring good luck. The horseshoe ain't gonna bring no good luck. Again, that is just a sin against the Lord. Putting a horseshoe on your wall is a sin against the Lord. Because why? You're believing in another power. And you ain't believing in the true power of the Bible, or the true power of the Most High. You know, and the man who set us out of Egypt. You ain't believing in that power. You are believing in our shoe. Our shoe protect you. Paying beads on the curtain wall ain't gonna protect you. Walking inside back to front. That ain't gonna protect you. You understand? When the white man or some East Indian walk in your door to shoot you, that ain't gonna protect you. The horseshoe and them thing gonna protect you. You understand? It's the Lord going to protect you. Right? And how you going to get to know about the Lord? Coming in the ISUPK under commanding General Young. Right. You can't learn that in the Christian church. The Christian church will tell you, yes, walk in your house back to front. You're going to be protected. That's what the pastor will tell you. You understand? You ain't going to learn that in the Christian church. Christian church is just there to make a sin. That is what the Christian church is here to do, just to make a sin against the Lord. Obeah and Voodoo does not exist. What was going on at that time was just chemical herbs. or herbs, the priests, the Levites used to mix together, right? And it might paralyze you, make you get stiff. It make different chemical reactions happen to you. The herbs, you understand? That's why the Lord says, suffer not a witch to live. You understand? A witch is a drug dealer in the Bible. Because why? Once you take those drugs, they will have you on that spell. It will make you see things. It will make you act strange. Some people just die. You understand? That's why the Lord said, Obeah and Voodoo don't exist. Or just stop watching them African movies from Nigeria and feel Obeah and Voodoo exists. It does not exist. If you say you're seeing something, you understand? Just come and talk to one of us. We go tell if you really see something, or if you know you maybe just tired. Okay, you can't just come and say you see something. You have to get more details than that. You don't smoke weed, that's the first thing you might find out. You don't smoke weed, you have to get more details. Don't just say you see something, or you had on the camera and the camera was on your fish aquarium, and then boom, a light flash and all the fish is gone. Nah, you have to give me more details than that, man. Obeah and Voodoo does not exist. You understand? It have a book called The Serpent and the Rainbow by Wade Davis. You understand? Them go tell them more about, you know, the Obeah and the Voodoo, how it was really herbs. Right? The Serpent and the Rainbow by Wade Davis. Right? They go tell them more about that. You understand? You see, in life, right? In life, it have people who does prey on people. Right? In life, it have that. It have people who does prey on people. Right? You can't escape it. That's just how life is. It have people who will prey on people. Right? And there are people who are weak, right? And there are people who are strong. So there are people who just prey on people, and there are people who are weak, and there are people who are strong, right? And the strong ones will always prey on the weak. Right? The strong people will always prey on the weak people. You understand? And again, right now, there are some people, you know, there are some man or some woman out there who lives in the bushes, who does prey on the weak. Some man or some woman that live in the bush somewhere out there, somewhere, I don't know if it's somewhere down in Diego Martin in the bush, somewhere in the Congo in the east, somewhere they're in the bush. Wherever they're in the bush, they just prey on the weak. Some man or some woman living in the bush and they're preying on the weak. When I say the weak, I mean the weak-minded, not people who physically weak. Weak-minded people who weaken their minds. That's what I mean the weak. People who weaken their minds. There are people who just prey on people who weaken their minds. Right? And they know that some people who weaken their minds are scared. Right? They know you're highly, you know, impressionable, and they know that you're very superstitious. Right? That's the word. You're very superstitious. Right? So because you're weak-minded, you're superstitious. Because you're weak-minded. Every single thing you are scared of. You are scared of the dark. You are scared of the rocking chair. The rocking chair make a noise. You are scared of that. You understand? Every little thing you are scared about because you're weak-minded. You're watching them Nigerian movies with someone seen a ghost walking around and you will believe ghosts really exist. You understand? Stop watching them African movies. The Africans and them had a culture. You understand? The black man, Hispanic and Native Indians, that is not your culture. Those things do not exist. Witchcraft and them things cannot harm the nation of Israel. The Lord never put fear in us. But again, we oppressed, we in slavery. So we end up getting weak-minded. You know, and that's why some of us still right now in the imagine black people protesting, seeing white people killing them, and still allowing white people and East Indians and them into the march. You understand? Look, Atlanta, I believe that is Atlanta police kill an ex-black man unarmed, kill him. But let me see if black people will still allow white people into the march. No, I'm waiting to see. Let me see if they go still allow them, and then they're weak-minded. Them is just the weak-minded ones. You understand? What we just call them in days, coons. Right? That we just call them. You understand? Or the house Negroes. You understand? So, again, it has some people who does, the strong people just play on the weak people. It has weak-minded people here. Those weak-minded people, they are very superstitious. They are afraid of the dark. Right? Every little thing that they are scared of. Right? And the woman who has been living in the bushes, the woman or the man who living in the bushes, the Obeah man or the Obeah woman, the Voodoo man or the Voodoo woman, who living in the bushes, making $100,000 a month because you're scared of the dark, because you're weak-minded, because you're superstitious, because you just watch them African movies and believe in ghosts. Believe if you're going to cement, people going in the cemetery and dig up some bone or whatever, cut off somebody here and they throw it in a pot and mix it, you will get paralyzed or whatever. You're weak-minded. So that woman or man who living in the bushes, they're making money off of you. You going for them, they're saying, well, all right, just put this horseshoe up on the wall, just walk inside back to front, or they might say, all right, spin around 100 times and let me beat you with a cocaine whip, and that will get rid of everything. You understand? So they're making 100,000 a month off for weak-minded people. You understand? Because you're scared when the lights go out. Right? You know, you're just a weak person. Right? The Voodoo or the Obeah man, he's glad. You understand? Because for him to give you a God, you have to be weak-minded. Because only one God it have in the scriptures. You understand? That is the one true power on the earth, the most high. You understand? So somebody give me Exodus 20:3. Somebody give me Isaiah 45:5.
Book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 3. Thou shalt have no other gods before me.
Right? Thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right? That's what the Lord's saying here now. You shall have no other gods before me. Putting a horseshoe in your house is having another God. Because they believe in another power besides the true power on the earth, which is the Most High. Right? Walking in back to front. You believe in another God by walking in back to front. Right? Because you believe by walking in back to front, that is going to protect you from whatever evil forces out there. When the only thing that can protect you is the Lord, the one true Lord of the Bible. Right? The Most High, He alone can protect you. Putting up beads in your house, that can't protect you. That is a sin against the Lord. What I think people do again to protect them? Yeah, go ahead, Sean.
Besides the walking back to front, there's when you come in this door, come back out the next one, come back out the same door you come in.
Right. So if you come in your house, don't go through our next door, go to the same door.
So if you are in front of the back door, you come to the front as a visitor, you have to come back out to the front, don't go to the back.
So if you come in the same house, don't go through no other door. You understand? Weak-minded people, they're superstitious. Watching them African movies, them Nigerian movies or whatever they just call them. African people, the Hamites and them. You understand? They have them God. Let them believe in Obeah and Voodoo. He's not African. He's Israelites. You understand? The Lord said nothing could harm the Israelites. Right? I forget what we were getting into it. I forget how the context was. But we're going to get into it. And who are the one in Isaiah?
You want Isaiah 45
and 5, yeah. Then somebody hold Isaiah 43 and 11.
Can the book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 5. I am the Most High, and there is none else. There is no power besides me.
Right, so that is it.
La.
Go ahead, man. Yeah.
I girded thee, though thou hast not known me.
Right. That's it, right?
Come.
Right, so yeah, read it over here.
Come. The book of Isaiah chapter 45 and verse 5. I am the Most High power, and there is none else. There is no power besides me.
Right, so there's the Lord speaking here. You see, hey, there's no other power besides him. The Lord saying that there's no other power besides him. You understand? If you want protection, get in class, get in your ISGPK, learn the laws of the Bible, learn what to do, what not to do, learn how to protect yourself from the coronavirus. We have the cure. We just tell you how, since 1969, we tell you how to protect ourselves from the coronavirus. Since 1969. You understand?
That's right.
We tell you how to protect ourselves from hepatitis A. Because they say hepatitis A comes from eating shellfish. You understand? Come in the class, we will teach you how to protect ourselves from that. And how we will teach you how to protect ourselves from that? By learning the one true power in you, which is the Lord. Right. That's why he said there's none other but him. So walking him back to front in your house, putting on horseshoe and all them kind of thing, them things go and protect you. Obeah and Voodoo does not exist. I'm making up a dolly and choking the dolly in somebody's foot and feel like you're paralyzed. I sure it them Nigerians and them who are upset with the ISBK saying it's not them. But we make up a tons of dollies and choking it right now. To see if you get paralyzed or whatever. Come on, man, them things do exist. You understand? The one true power on the earth, that exists. The Lord, the Most High, He's the only power, the only authority on the face of you. Right? Who are you on in Isaiah 43? 43 and 11.
Isaiah 43 and 11.
And somebody hold Hosea 13 and 4. Hosea 13 and 4. So, go ahead, Sean.
Isaiah 47 verse 11. I am the Lord, and besides me there is no Savior.
Right? Besides him there is no Savior. Besides the Lord there is no Savior. Right? There's nobody else that walks the earth, no Obeah man, no Voodoo man that could save you. You understand? No Obeah man or Voodoo man could save you. You understand? If you know, some women that don't want to go by the Obeah man to see him, you know, but you raise up hand?
No.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. You have some them women just go by the Obeah man to see whether they know the oldest man to stay with them alone. Right? So the Obeah man might say, well, just cut off piece of here and bring it. But I don't think it ever worked. You understand? Because they don't exist. Obeah and Voodoo don't exist. You understand? Those things don't exist. You understand? Yeah, I'm sure.
Some years ago on Ian, right? You seen young woman, right? She went to her pundit, right? To tell the pundit that she was with her husband, right? And the pundit now we share a remedy how to get back to your husband, right? So the pundit gives she rum I think they drink and whatever. So while she drink the rum now, she knock out, right? And when she get back up, she see the pundit driving by country. And the pundit said that I want to get back to her husband, and she went on the other and see that, and the other couldn't do nothing because the man
that is them culture. That is the East Indian and them culture, you understand? Let them believe in that garbage with Obeah and Voodoo. You understand? Let them believe in that garbage. And that is why the Lord says we shouldn't be entwining with them other races. Stay within our own race. So that's in a woman though.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, let us stay within them. You understand? Who are the next one now? Who's there?
The book of Hosea
13 and 4.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Yet I am the Lord thy God, from the land of Egypt, and thou shalt know no God but me, for there is no Savior besides me.
Right, so the Lord again, you know, just saying, pretty much saying the same thing over and over, you know, the different prophets coming and saying, hey, you know, listen to me now, there's no other Lord but the Most High. Nothing else could save all you. There's no Savior. No other Savior could save all you. The Lord alone is the one who could save all you. So the prophets coming and telling them that, you gotta listen. Stop being superstitious. Stop being weak-minded. There's people who just prey on the weak-minded out here and make them get scared. So they get so scared now that they're scared that the lights coming off. They are scared that the place getting dark. If they hear a little squeaky noise, they jump, they panic. You understand? If the washing machine come on, boom, they jump. Every little thing they're panicking now. You understand? Because they believe in Obeah and Voodoo. Those things don't exist. There's only one power on the face of the earth, and that is the Most High. You understand? Only one power alone on the face of the earth, and that is the Most High. Right? So, if you switch the lights, if you switch off the lights, you know, if you switch off the lights, you know, the same thing will be here as was when the lights was on. You know, the chairs, the tables. If you switch off the lights, the chairs, the tables will be here. If you switch on the lights, the same thing will be here. The chairs, the tables, everything will be here. Nothing won't change. You understand? Nothing will change. Right? If you close your eyes, open them back up, the same thing will be here. Nothing will change. You understand? Everything will be here the same that it was. But again, you know, there's some people who are scared, some people who are afraid of the dark. They say a ghost might get them. Some people who grandparents, you understand, who they had love, who they was alive and they died. And you know, so some people, the grandparents have them some nice big house. You understand? They don't want the house because they think that, you know, their grandmother or their grandparents who had died in the big house might haunt them. You understand? All those things is what is going on. You understand? People are very superstitious. You understand? Right? So yeah, so some people are just very superstitious, you know, that they're weak-minded. Right? Somebody go hold Acts 17 and 22, right? Acts 17 and 22. Right? So you know, but as we're speaking on the weak-minded people, you know, there are some people that are not only weak-minded, that will make them believe in Obeah and Voodoo and superstition. But apart from those people being weak-minded, those people are also wounded. They're weak, but they are also wounded. Right? There are some people who family members, they love them so much, as we were talking about their grandparents died. They love them so much when they died. Their memories is what has haunt them. Some people memories does haunt them. You understand? So apart from them being weak-minded and superstitious, they're wounded from their loved ones dying. And the loved ones that died, the memories will just haunt them. So now, when the rocking chair moves now, you know, it's your grandmother used to be on the rocking chair, rocking it and moving, rocking back and forth. But the grandmother died who he had loved so much. So now when the breeze blow this rocking chair now, you see your grandmother on the rocking chair, rocking and moving. It's because they love them so much. You actually seeing them because, you know, you're weak-minded and then you're wounded. So you actually seeing your grandmother's rocking chair when really and truly you don't have nobody there on the rocking chair. You understand? So that is basically about it, you know, and you know, you hearing the rocking chair on the glass window, if it's a glass window, you know, because your nephew or your niece who you love and they died, you know, that them used to be pounding up the window every day. So, you know, you might be hearing a glass window making a noise. Your niece or your nephew now died who you had loved. You know, every day they used to be, you know, there's children, you know, children does do some stuff, you know, pounding the glass window every day. You actually see them now. You understand? You actually see your niece or your nephew there now. They're not there, they don't died already. You understand? But because you're wounded, you're still seeing them pounding that glass on that window. Because you love them so much. You understand? That is what has happened to some people. You understand? That is why some people become very so superstitious and rather go by the Obeah man or the Obeah woman. You understand? Just get in class, get into counseling. You understand? In the school we have a lot of counseling session going on. We have everything here. You understand? In the school. If you need counseling, come and get some counseling. You understand? If your loved one had died and you don't know how to get over it, or you feel you're still seeing them alive, just come and get some counseling. You understand? Right. Just do counseling in school. Just come in. ISUPK Trinidad and Tobago. You understand? We all over the earth. ISUPK, we all over the earth. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. You there, just come in class, get counseling. You understand? So, you know, some people, you know, the memories, again, is what else on them, the memories. Who are the Acts 17 and 22? You hear?
Acts 17 and verse 22. Then Paul stood in the midst of Mars Hill and said, Ye men of Athens, I perceive that in all things you are too superstitious.
So in all things he perceived that they are too superstitious. So Paul is saying this here now. I believe Marcel, I believe they said that was a government in Rome. A high court, right, in Rome.
Athens.
The Marcel. Yeah, but I believe and the Athens it was not Greek city.
I think Athens is in capital. I think it is in Greece.
In Greece.
Yeah.
Athens, yeah.
Yeah.
Capital of Greece. Yeah. Athens, the capital of Greece. Right? So yeah, so when Paul was there, you know, Paul was, you know, some people was weak-minded too at that point in time. You know, some of his lost sheep. That's what Christ said. So Paul went out to the dispersed, the outcasts. You know, the Israelites who was outcast, the ones who was called Gentiles. You understand? Paul went to us, the Israelites, who was called Gentiles. The Israelites. No other race, but Israel he went to. You understand? Paul say, other two superstitious. You understand? Again, all those things is named after God. Right? Thing is that same capital of Greece. All those things just named after God. Everything is named after God. A shoe named after God. Everything come out of them, those white cultures is named after some God. You understand? The horseshoe, everything named after some God. You understand? So Paul is saying, hey, all are too superstitious. You understand? All is too superstitious. That's what Paul telling them here, the Israelites. Stop being so superstitious. Stop believing in Obeah and Voodoo. Obeah and Voodoo does not exist. You understand? And superstition again, that is based on fear. Superstition. Right? That is based on fear. That's what superstition is based on. Right? So like saying bless you, I believe. Saying, you know, yeah, bless you, that is like a superstition. Alright, that is when we don't really say that. Crossing your fingers, superstition, I believe that they say crossing your fingers, they just use that for saying like the cross how Christ had died from. that crossing the fingers I will come from, right? So I mean, you know, right?
And then after that, it has the crosses that like sometimes they go on before that like they play a game or something. I think like there's use the side of the cross too.
Right.
Like once I play any game and all too.
Right, yeah. There's the sign of the cross, you know, the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, right? As they say. Yeah. All those things are just superstitions, right? Or, with another word for superstition, traditions of men. Right? Tradition of men.
Right.
Right? Or the commandments of men. Right? I gave me them two scriptures. I think it's Colossians 2:8 and Mark 7. Mark chapter 7. Start at verse 1. Right? So Colossians verse 2:8, Mark chapter 7. Right? And again, when people put on them cross on the neck, you know, that kind of like if you're mocking the death of Christ, you know, that kind of like if somebody put on a pennant of a gun over the neck, you know, they're now saying, hey, I know shoot a man, they were, you go put a pennant of a gun over your neck. So you put a cross over your neck. You kind of like if you're mocking Christ. You understand? Yeah, I'm Tazo.
Yeah, also they believe it's like a protection for them. So that like how Sasha was saying, when they especially them footballers, those Catholic footballers, when they touch the field, before they go onto the field, in other words, that's supposed to be a whole protection, like how they say them Christian them from practice in the city, God Jesus.
Right, yeah.
They believe that will be the protection. Right?
Yeah, they believe it's supposed to be the protection too as well, but that ain't gonna protect you.
What's our Colossians 20:28?
Yeah, go ahead, let me hear it.
Book of Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right. So don't let any man spoil you. Read it over again. Yeah.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Christ.
Right. So if you're following those things of the world, the traditions of men, the philosophies of the world, and not after Christ, is a sin against the Lord. That is basically about. Stop following the traditions of men. Stop following the doctrines of men, the philosophies of men. You understand? Follow what Christ said. You understand? Walking in your house back to front, that can't protect you. You understand? Doing all those evilness, saying some people was born a homosexual. That is the doctrines of men. That is not true. You understand? Bharat, yeah, Bharat?
Yeah. I say, walking in the back, walking inside, my queen just believe in that.
Right.
So, every time I come by, she used to follow in terms of when I go in inside the house now. She
Right.
say, coming back on in the spirit, come follow inside. So, after saying no, and the meeting, she pull up some information and say, you believe that I will protect you here? It have a different, I think in Sweden, they believe that I'm bad luck. So, and then she has said, crazy,
Yeah, the doctrines of men,
Yeah.
philosophies are the world. You understand? Now, what Paul say, you can't be superstitious. Them things going to protect you. There's only one power on you that will protect you. That is the Most High. Just keep the laws. He going to protect you. You understand? Who are the next one in Mark 7? You will answer something?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Our next one too again, like to do I don't for you to notice this, but how I grew up on the beach and all too. Before they enter the beach and all too, the same side they cross too. And if you ever notice people before they go in the sea, and all too, they will always take the side they cross before they go in the sea and all too. Like popular thing they always do when they go in the beach.
Yeah. Well, boy, another form of protection, but we want no sharks by them or we want to drown.
Yeah, they want to drown.
You
Yeah,
understand?
Yeah.
So yeah. Who are the one in our Mark? Yeah, 7. Start at verse 1.
The book of Mark, chapter 7 and verse 1. Then came together unto him the Pharisees and certain of the scribes, which came from Jerusalem. Verse 2. And when they saw some of his disciples eat bread with defiled, that they say, with unwashed hands, they found fault.
Right, so what's going on there? Some of the people was washing and the disciples found fault with that. The Pharisees found fault with them for not washing their hands. Right. Good.
For the Pharisees and all the Jews, except they wash their hands off to eat not.
Right, so what you saying, if they don't wash their hands, they can't eat. The Christian leaders saying that, right? Because the Pharisees, the Sadducees and Pharisees is Christian leaders. Right, them is the ones who was against Christ in the Bible. Right, the Sadducees and the Pharisees were against Christ in the Bible. Today them will be called T.D. Jakes, them will be called Pastor Coffee, them will be called Pastor Gemma, the Archbishop in the Cathedral in Port of Spain. Them will be called all of them. The Sadducees and Pharisees is the Christian leaders today. Yeah, so I going to say something? Al Sharpton, yeah, all of them. All the Christian religious leaders. You understand? Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Holding the traditions of elders.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. And when they come from the market, except they wash, they eat not.
Right, so again, the tradition, what them we used to do it, they used to wash your hands to eat. So if you come from everybody market and you didn't wash your hands, you can't eat. Right? You gotta wash your hands first. That's what the Pharisees and them say. Go ahead.
And many other things there be, which they have received to hold. As for the washing of cups and pots, brazen vessels, and of tables. Verse 5. The Pharisees and the scribes asked him, why walk not thy disciples according to the traditions of the elders, but eat bread with unwashed hands?
Right? So basically the same thing, you know. Why don't do it with what the scribes and Pharisees doing, you know? You can't eat bread with unwashed hands. So them saying you have to wash your hands before you eat. Right? Good.
Verse 6. And he answered and said unto them, well hath Isaiah prophesied of you hypocrites, as it is written, the people honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
Good.
Verse 7. Howbeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for the doctrines, the commandments of men.
Right? So some people, you know, they just say that with you, but their heart is far from the Lord. Some people just say that with you, but their heart far from the Lord. You understand? Just like Christians today. You know, that is talk about, you know, everything is about God and Christ and Christ. But Christians' heart, every single Christian heart is far from the Lord. You understand? Every single Christian heart is far from the Lord. Christians don't believe in the Lord at all. Their heart is totally far from the Lord.
That's right.
They don't believe in the Lord. They will say God, 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 Christ, Christ, Christ every day, but their hearts is far from it.
Right.
You understand? They have all kind of interviews, all kind of things you see. Pastor molest this one, pastor rape this one, pastor have $29 million in the church. He ain't helping no poor. You understand? The $29 million just the heart is far from the Lord. You understand? But there's always see call about Christ and God every day. Pastor Coffee, Pastor Gemma. One of them, the heart is far from the Lord. T.D. Jakes. You understand? Prefer dollar everybody. Their heart is far from them. Charles Gordon. The Archbishop Charles Gordon. His heart is far from the Lord. You understand? That is verse 7. Read verse 7.
The book of Mark chapter 7 and verse 7. Albeit in vain do they worship me, teaching for the doctrines, the commandments of men.
Right. That is verse 7. Right. They're teaching the commandments of men. That is what they do. You understand? They're teaching the commandments of men. So again, the commandments of men, again, is what them religious or Christian leaders are tell you to do. They say God's laws is done away with. You could do whatever you want. God, he loves. What is that? He loves you. What? He loves the sin. He loves the sin, but he hates the sinner or something. He loves the sinner, but he hates the sin. Right? Why? Come on, man. That is just the doctrines of man. That is not the Lord. The Lord didn't say that. You understand? The Lord gave an ultimatum to do what he said to do, or you will die. Right? Or you're going to learn the hard way. You're going to learn the hard way, and that is when they're going to never running back to him when they learn the hard way. When your foot don't get cut off or whatever, that's when they will come back limping back. Alright, I learned the hard way now. I won't do this again. You understand? That is what the Lord said. The Lord doesn't say do what you want to do. The Lord never give you free will. You understand? Verse 8, am I here? Verse 8?
Verse 8. For laying aside the commandment of God, yea, all the traditions of men, as for the washing of pots and cups, and many other such like things ye do.
Right, so the rather hold the traditions of men rather than what the Lord say to do. You understand? And rather what the Lord say to do, they rather have them own commandments. They rather us follow them own commandments. So we rather believe in their own commandments. As the scripture says, Israel like to hear deceit. Israel, we love to hear deceit. The truth, we want to hear the truth, but deceit, we love to hear it. You understand? I think that's in the book of Jeremiah. So somebody give me Genesis 49. Genesis chapter 49. You want with Simeon and Levi. And then he precepted in precept to that one, yeah. The precepted in Deuteronomy too. So
Come on. Yeah. Salakia.
49 and 5, I believe.
Yeah. Come on, sir. The book of Genesis, chapter 49 and verse 5. Simeon and Levi are brethren. Instruments of cruelty are in the habitations.
That I 5?
Come on.
Right. Anybody understand that? Simeon and Levi are both brethren. So what do you mean by that? Simeon and Levi are both brethren. Yeah, my card.
Brothers from 12 tribes?
Yeah, there's brothers from 12 tribes. Yeah, there's brothers from 12 tribes.
And they will dwell together?
They will dwell together, yeah. So, yeah, they will dwell together. Yeah. Okay, so how they dwell together? How they dwell together?
So they will be like living in the same place?
They will live in the same place or the same land. Which today, where that gonna be? Simeon and Levi gonna be today is way.
Yeah, so like yes, so
Yeah.
that will be in Haiti
Right. Haiti
and Dominican Republic.
and Dominican Republic. Right, so there's brethren that dwell together, meaning the same land. If you have a map today, look at that land where Haiti is Haiti and Dominican Republic together. They're on the same land. Both of them are the same race. They're Israelites. Right? Simeon and Levi. Right? So they're on the same land. Right now, instrumental cruelty. When they say that, what do they mean? Instrumental cruelty. Meaning, you know, at that time, how they used to treat each other. Right? You know, the machete, they come out, you know, they always used to war against each other. You understand? Against the white man's doing to make them be fighting amongst each other. Right? So that they're fighting amongst each other, and the famous instrumental cruelty is the Obeah and Voodoo. You know, the famous instrumental cruelty, Obeah and Voodoo. You know, at that time, you know, the Levites and them, they know about the herbs. So that I mix up some herbs together, this herb with that herb, mix up the herbs together, hop on one foot, while they have a chicken in the hand, waving the chicken, and then they go blow the herbs on the person. They might get paralyzed or they might fall on and dead. They will say, well, that is Obeah and Voodoo. If you come next to me, you will get Obeah or Voodoo. I will kill you with my Obeah and Voodoo. And you know from there start to run with the Obeah and Voodoo. You understand? So yeah. So, go ahead.
Canon, verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall.
Alright, so for in the okay, so what do you mean by that? Verse 6, the secret. The secret meaning what? Tazor?
Yeah, the secret meaning the secret works all they do the same Santarian, Voodoo, and all them they are legitimate. The secret works, the devices, the evil devices, they don't be
Alright, so yeah, that is itself, you know, the Obeah and the Voodoo, you know, that is what we're talking about, the secret. You understand? How they will go in the cemetery, cut off a goat neck or a chicken neck, or a goat foot. You know, the Obeah and Voodoo. That's what we're talking about, the secret. Right? It says, read it over again, Genesis 49 and 6.
Canon. The book of Genesis chapter 49 and verse 6. O my soul, come not thou into their secret, unto their assembly. Mine honor, be not thou united. For in their anger they slew a man, and in their self-will they dig down a wall.
Right, so what do you mean by that? In their self-will they dig down a wall. What do you mean by that? Well, alright, so okay, what was going on? Jacob, he wanted to make a deal with the other nations, right? Because at that time they were surrounded by the other nations, right? Jacob, so he wanted to make a deal because they were small at that time, right? And they were surrounded by the other nations, right? So they could have been easily wiped out by them other nations, right? Jacob and his children, right? They could have been easily wiped out, right? So Simeon and Levi, they wanted to kill them for their sister, right? Because we know the history. I believe her name is Diana or Dana. What is her name? Dana. Right? Yeah. Right? Dinah, because they had them Africans or them had raped her. Right? So Simeon and Levi wanted to kill those African people for what they did to the sister, our sister Dinah. Right? But of course, Jacob, you know, he wanted to make a deal because we were small. We were surrounded by the other nations. You understand? But Simon and Levi, they wanted revenge. They wanted blood. They wanted to kill them for what they did to her sister. Right? And so they did. They killed every African. You understand? That's what Simon and Levi did. They killed every African who had a part to play in that. Right? And Jacob said, well, because of you and your insane anger, you dig it down the wall. Right? Because of you and your anger, you dig it down the wall. Right? What do I mean by that? Because you and your anger, you dig it down a wall. Right? Yeah, go ahead.
The deal, I'm not sure exactly what was I think Bible say exactly what Jacob intended to do later. But his initial plan is for preservation, knowing that they're small in number and very strategic. He wanted to make some type of deal with them to pay back, which they couldn't really pay, but some type of show them, some type of deal with the heathens and them to recompense his daughter for his daughter, for the raping of his daughter. So he was trying to put up a deal with them, trying to make a deal with them, and that's the wall that would have at least compensate them and protect them as they being a small nation at that time, small in number.
Mm-hmm. So he had a protection. Right? So yes, basically yes, similar to that. So right, just help you out a little bit, you put the whole family in danger, so because they disobeyed the orders that what Jacob said to whatever plans he had installed. Right? So because all was so angry, you put the whole family in danger. You dig down this wall that I had, wherever Jacob had, wherever he talked to wherever those other nations, he had a plan. And because they disobeyed Jacob, you understand, you put now the whole family in danger. You understand? That is what I'm talking about. He dig down into the wall. Right? Seven talking. Consider the anger, fierce. Right? So give me the next one in Deuteronomy.
Come.
Yeah.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 33 and verse 8.
Mm-hmm.
And of Levi he said, let thy Thurim and Urim be with thy Holy One, whom thou didst prove and with whom thou didst strive at the waters of Meribah.
Right, the Thurim and the Urim is what? Is like, I believe that is dice. I believe that is dice. Is the dice that the priests would carry, and they would make them, they would make like decisions on that. Right? It's Israel's customs to make decisions on casting lots of the dice. Right? Drawing straws. Alright, all that in the Bible, drawing straws. It's just the Thummim and the Urim. Right? That way it was just making the decisions. Right? So let me see if I could finish all this Voodoo, and then we could get back into some more of that. Right? So yeah, so that what it was basically what it was about, right? So this Obeah and Voodoo, it don't really exist. Right? Obeah and Voodoo don't exist. It's just a myth. It had nothing to do with the Lord, it had nothing to do with the Bible. That is just people who weak-minded, who superstitious, who don't understand the Bible. Some people they're wounded as well. Right? Some people their loved one died. So they don't want to go into the house because they feel their loved one might still be there. And if they end up going to the house, because they love that person so much, they're wounded, they might actually see that person there. So they will hear the glass making a noise because their niece or their nephew used to be pounding the glass. last every day. So they die now, they love them so much, they're still seeing the niece and the nephew. Right? So just come and get counsel. You understand? We go solve that problem for you. Right? If the lights, the scare, right? Switch off all the lights in the house. Right? And fight that demon. You understand? Because it have nothing in, if the lights come off, it have nothing in here that could scare you. It's just a fear. It's just a weak-minded. That is all. You're just weak-minded. Right? And have people who's waiting on another to come in the bushes, the Obeah man and the Obeah woman, to get them money so them could get rich because you weak-minded and you believe in Obeah and Voodoo. Now those things do exist, right? There's also something called sleep paralysis. Right? I believe that's how it's pronounced. Sleep paralysis. Right? There are some people who just say that they just feel something holding them down at night. You know, that they can't feel it, they can't feel their eyes. They say it's a demon. Who does be holding them down, or some ghosts. But you know, scientists research, they say that there is just sleep paralysis. Right? It's a kind of is a condition. Right? It is very common when people who has sleep. You know, when they fall asleep, your body does let go some chemicals that has paralyzed the body when you fall asleep. Your body doesn't let go chemicals that has paralyzed the body. Right? So the reason why it is the body does let go these chemicals to paralyze the body is so that when you having dreams now, you won't damage yourselves in these dreams. Because when you're dreaming, you might move up. You know, so you won't damage yourself in the dreams. That when you're dreaming, your body already move. Because the chemicals in the body, in your brain, cells just send it out to your body to paralyze it. Right? So sleep paralysis is when you're between sleep and wake. Right? That is when you're between sleep and wake. Some people just feel like demons holding them down. Some people that just see things, you know, they say that they can't open their eyes. It's just with the chemicals when they're between sleep and wake. Right? So we so I can put it up. Right. Right, so yeah, sleep paralysis, right? Right. They're saying sleep paralysis is the conscious, is when you're conscious but you know you're unable to move. So your body sends out chemicals to make you get paralyzed, but at the same time you're conscious but you're unable to move. Right? Sleep paralysis is when a person is falling asleep or waking up. So again, in other words, they're between sleep and wake. Right? They're between sleep and wake. Right? People that just feel a pressure on their chest, you know, or a choking during during that episode. Right? When they're going through sleep paralysis. Right? That is just it's just a last a few minutes or a few seconds. This is stress, trauma, anxiety, depression, or this could increase your chances of the sleep paralysis. Right? When you're feeling somebody holding on your chest or you can't move. Right? So they say it has something called the REM cycle. The REM cycle is the stage of sleep where the brain is very active and dreams does occur. The muscles in the body is turned off during the REM cycle, but you know you're active in your brain, you know you're dreaming, right? And that has happened to make you stop lashing out in a dream or hurting yourself, right? So again, this paralysis does occur when your brain moves out of the REM phase, but your body it didn't catch up yet. Right? It have many people who get hallucinations, they just see things, you know. because their brain still in a dream state. That's why they still see things, because their brain still in a dream state. Right? Because remember, sleep paralysis is when they between sleep and wake. So if some people seeing things, it is because they're still in a dream state. Right? Either when they're now falling asleep or they're now getting up. They're in a dream state, so that they would see things. Right? That is not there. Right? Hallucinations. Right? So it has some people narrow palsy or necropalsy, that is when people, they experience sleep paralysis more. Some people does actually stand up and sleep. Some people does actually do that, they stand up and sleep. Some people, if they sit down, they sleep. That is what it's called narrow palsy. Anything they do, they'll just be sleeping, snoring on themselves and sleeping. Anything you do, right? Those people would most likely to have that sleep paralysis, right? So that is basically what this sleep paralysis is about. Somebody hold numbers 23 and 23. Right. Go ahead.
The book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to his time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what had the Most High wrought.
Right, so there's no enchantment against Jacob, right? So there's no enchantment against Jacob, meaning witchcraft, right? Meaning voodoo, Obeah, right? No larger bless that can affect the children of Israel, right? There's no witchcraft, no voodoo, no Obeah, larger bless, sukunya, right? Nothing of that can harm the children of Israel. Right? The Numbers 23 and 23, no enchantment against Jacob, right? Meaning Israel, the children of Israel, right? No enchantment against Israel, right? So there is a way to get rid of superstition, right? That is fear, right? There is a way to get rid of that fear, that superstition, right? There is a way to get rid of that demon, and that is to fight. Right? That is to fight. Right? You have to say that this is my house and I'm not leaving. That way you have to say, you have to fight. This is my house, I'm not leaving. That is my grandmother's house. She lived the will in my house and I'm not going away from that house. Right? There is no superstition that can make me leave my house or not take my grandparents' house that died. Right? As the Lord said, there's no enchantments against Israel. Nothing could harm Israel. No Obeah or Voodoo or Laja bless could harm Israel. Right? So say that they my house, I'm not leaving. Right? You ain't leaving because of a ghost or some witch that is on your back. Right? And they can't get up. You can't get up. Right? So just go back. If you can't get up, if you're seeing things that not then go back and sleep. You know, that is basically how to fight it. That is how we are fighting. You get up, you see Casper floating around your house. Just go back and sleep. You understand? Yeah, you've seen something that's not supposed to be there. Casper is a TV show. You get up and you see Casper, just go back and sleep. You understand? Because you know Casper don't exist. So just go back and sleep. You understand? That is how you go fight it. You understand? When they get up, they gonna be gone. Right? So you had to take control of that demon. You had to take control of yourself. Because you gave in to that demon because of your fear. You understand? Because of your fear, because of your panic. Right? Because of you saying, I'm scared, you know. These demons that they're looking at me, I'm scared. You know, I'm scared because, you know, I seen this witch or I seen a ghost. You giving that demon courage to make you see something that is not there. You understand? Remember in Job chapter 1 verse 6, you know, the Lord asked Satan, where you coming from? Satan said, well, I'm going to and fro, you know, up and down. You know? Satan tell the Lord he's going all around the earth. You understand? To see what is really going on. You understand? That was Satan said. Satan said, I going all over the earth to see what is going on. You understand? That was Satan to the Lord. So now Satan he going to and fro, you know, he going all over the earth. Because Satan's job is to make people sin against, to make Israel sin against the Lord. That is Satan. That is his job. To make us sin against the Lord. That is his job. You understand? As what he did with Job. He wanted Job to sin against the Lord. Satan's job is to make us, the children of Israel, sin against the Lord. You know, so by you panicking about ghosts, you know, when that demon see, you know, this demon, he go be thirsty. You know, a demon, he go, you know, be thirsty now. This demon, he go be thirsty. You understand? He's seen, you know, hey, this person is scared of the dark. You know, this person, they are scared because the lights go off. They're scared of a rocking chair. You know, you're going to give that demon, you know, energy to come and attack you, come in your mind and make you believe in superstition. The only thing we have to fear is the Lord. That is all we have to fear. Right? There's nothing else to fear but the Lord. Right? And it's a fight every day to fear the Lord. Yes, and every day is a fight to fear the Lord. Because these things that we see on the TV, these things that we hear on the radio, they just make you try to fear something else rather than the Lord. When in the Bible, it's only the Lord alone you have to fear. You can't fear nothing else but the Lord alone. So by watching them African Nigerian movies and they believe in Obeah and Voodoo, that is just a distraction to take you away from fearing the one true Lord of the Bible. And then you go end up fearing Obeah and Voodoo. Then the Lord would put you back in hell again. You understand? Constantly make you in hell again. You understand? The Lord won't have you back. Because you're sinning against the Lord. They believe in the next power. You understand? So again, because it's you know, superstition that is trying to make you fear. Superstition and all. It's trying to make you fear. Just put fear into you. You know, make you superstition gonna make you in fear the Lord. Gonna make you rather fear, you know, the woman in the house. It gonna make you fear the white man, so much so that, you know, you might say, Mr. White Man, join me, you march now. You have all the guns and the bombs. I ain't want you bomb up again. So join the march now, Mr. White Man. You understand? So you fear everything else besides the Lord. The Lord said not to integrate. The Lord said we're holy people, we separate people. But we still want to integrate. That is a sin against the Lord.
Right.
Integration is a sin against the Lord. You understand? And that is why we are at the bottom of the table right now. You understand?
Okay.
You can't be integrating with your oppressor. They will just continue to be oppressing him. And as Commandant General Hannah said, you know, once that happens, the whole cycle will just start right back over. Nothing won't change. People just want a better slave master. That's all. You understand? Just want a better slave master. You understand? So if it's not the police, they're trying to make you fear. The police, they're trying to make you fear. You understand? They're trying to make you fear. As I now say, you know, the woman in your house, you know, they're trying to make you fear everything else. except the Most High. You understand? That what the TV and everything else will make you fear everything else except the Most High. But as we now read in Numbers 23 and 23, there is no enchantment against Jacob. There's nothing that can harm Israel. There's nothing, no witchcraft, no voodoo, no Obeah, no Laja bless, nothing that can harm Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, there's nothing superstitious that could harm you. So stop believing in these superstitious things. You know, and stop believing in it. Again, as I say, if you want to get rid of that demon, break all the lights in your house. If you feel a ghost in your house, break all the lights. Let all the lights come off. Just break them all up. Stay in your house. And you will see when the morning comes, you will realize what was here when the lights was on is the same thing out here when the lights off. You understand? It's basically the same thing. Right? So Obeah and Voodoo does not exist. Come in the class, learn the laws of the Bible. You to come in the class, learn the laws of the Bible, get to understand that Obeah and Voodoo don't exist. You understand? There's nothing that could harm Israel. You understand? Give me back the same numbers, 23 and 23.
Can. The book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 23. The book of Numbers, chapter 23 and verse 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what had the Most High wrought?
Right? What have the Most High wrought? You understand? So there's nothing that can harm us. You understand? We could harm other people once we keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High.
Okay.
You understand? That what the Bible say. You understand? We is going to be the slave master in the future to come. The kingdom of heaven is about slavery. That is what the kingdom of heaven is about, slavery. And when Christ returns with the 200 million angels, it's not going to be a nice day. When Christ returns with those 200 million angels, it's not going to be a nice day. You understand? So you all better come in class, learn the laws of the Bible. Don't believe in Obeah and Voodoo, because those things do not exist. You understand? So I just let's get rid of this thing I was finishing up the last time. Somebody who hold on, give me John chapter 9. John chapter 9 from verse what was it? So verse 12. Yeah, John chapter 9 verse 12. Verse 12, I think he was on. Right now, just to finish up this here.
The book of John, chapter 9 and verse 12. Then said they unto him, Where is he? He said, I know not. They brought to the Pharisees him that aforetime was blind. And it was the Sabbath day when Jesus made the clay and opened his eyes. Then again, the Pharisees also asked him, How had he received his sight? He said unto them, He put clay upon my eyes, and I washed and do see. Therefore said one of the Pharisees, This man is not of God, because he kept not the Sabbath day. Others said, How can a man that is a sinner do so much miracles? And there was a division among them.
Yeah, which party on it? What was?
On verse 16.
Verse 16. All right, continue. Yeah, I think it was continue. Verse 17. Yeah.
Verse 17. They say unto the blind man again, What sayest thou of him that hath opened thine eyes? He said, He is a prophet. But the Jews did not believe concerning him, that he had been blind and received his sight, until they called the parents of him that had received his sight. And he asked them, saying, Is this your son, who ye say was born blind?
That's 17, right?
So like that is 19.
That's 19. Just someone. Read about 17 again.
Come. They say unto the blind man again, verse 17, they say unto the blind man again, What sayest thou of him that he hath opened thine eyes? He said, He is a prophet.
Right, so what's going on there is they're pressuring him. Right, they're pressuring him. That's why they was asking him again. So they're pressuring him. Right, so he said what they did not want him to what they did not want to hear. Right, and that is he's a prophet. Right, so those Christian leaders was pressuring him. Right. So he said what they didn't want to hear, which is Christ was a prophet, right? When I believe long in the scriptures they go explain all that. They talk about anyone who says he's a prophet of God, they're gonna be put out of Israel. I say verse 18, yeah?
Verse 18. But the Jews did not believe concerning him, that he had been blind and received his sight, until they called the parents of him that had received his sight. Verse 19. And he asked them, saying, Is this your son, who ye say was born blind? How then doeth he now see? Verse 20. His parents answered them and said, We know that this is our son, and that he was born blind. But by what means he now seeth, we know not, or who hath opened his eyes, we know not. He is of age. Ask him, he shall speak for himself.
Right. So again, they can't believe, right? They can't believe that this Christ really made this man see. You understand? Remember, Christ. This is what Israel does do, and Christ Himself said that we could do miracles like Him. You understand? So I was just bringing this out to show that it was the religious leaders who was against Christ. It was the religious leaders who was against Christ, not all Israel. It had Israelites who had believed in Him, but the black people, just like today, how it have black people who supporting Donald Trump, because why Donald Trump maybe giving them money, financing them, giving them a better paycheck. That is what was going on here. These religious leaders did not want their seats to be removed. They were against Christ. Even Christ was a miracle. Them was the ones who was against Christ. But it had the multitude who was for Christ. You understand? So they just reading out to explain with the blind man. Yeah, what number was on your card?
Like I said, that was verse 21. 22.
Right, yeah, go ahead.
Verse 22. These words spake his parents, because they feared the Jews. For the Jews had agreed already that if any man did confess that he was Christ, he should be put out of the synagogue.
Right, so again, them, the Christian leaders, the black Christian leaders, saying that if any man say that he is Christ, you understand, this man here, he is Christ. Now, cast them out. You understand? They will be put out. Right, that's what they were saying here. Right, so his parents, you understand, because they had feared the Jews, they was thinking about that, Or we didn't see go say that because they had feared the Jews. They didn't want to get pulled. So they were saying that. Right? So go ahead.
Okay. Verse 23.
Therefore said his parents, he is of age, ask him.
Right, so the parents now, because they were scared, they're saying, boy, well, he our age, you know, you could ask he of age, ask he go tell you. Don't ask me that now. You understand? Because they was fear of being put out. Because of what the Jews were saying. Anybody confess and say he is Christ, put out. So the parents saying, boy, nah, ask he our age. That's my son, but he our age, he a big man. Talk to him, huh? He go tell you if he's the man who heal him or whatnot. Talk to him, he our age. Go ahead.
Verse 24. Then again called they the man that was blind, and said unto him, Give God the praise. We know that this man is a sinner. He answered and said, Whether he be a sinner or no, I know not. One thing I know, that whereas I was blind, now I see.
Right, so what is blind man basically saying is, he basically saying, boy, if he's a sinner or not, I don't know. I don't know if he's a sinner or not. I don't know the man's history. But one thing I know, I was blind and now I could see. You understand? I was blind, now I can see. I don't know the man's history. I don't know. You understand? But I know I was blind and I could see now. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 26. Then said they to him again, What did he to you? What did he to thee? What did he to thee? He opened he thine eyes? He answered them, I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Wherefore would ye hear it again? Will ye also be his disciples?
Alright, so the man saying, so if I tell you it again, right? Well, the blind man who could see now, you know, he's saying, if I tell it again, will you believe me? Will you believe me this time if I tell it again? Will you believe me and follow Christ? If I tell you it's he who opened up my eyes and make me see? If I tell it again, you go believe me. You go follow Christ. You go follow Christ and his disciples. Right? And you will believe that he is a prophet of the Lord. If I tell it again. Yeah, Tazo. Yeah, go ahead.
I just noticed that with that black talk, like how black people is talk. Like the man had saying, oh, you don't tell us so much then. So what you want to hear it for? You want to hear it so that you can come his disciples too? What do you hear you on? You know, so it's just all I'm not to say that.
That's basically what going on there. You understand? Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 28. Then they reviled him and said, Thou art his disciple, but we are Moses' disciples.
You know, they reviled him. They started to cuss him out. Right? So go on here now, your mother so and so, you know, your blood clot, you know. They started to cuss him out now. You understand? When they started to
They believe in Moses.
Yeah. Because again, what happened in that time, people don't understand Moses' laws. They don't understand it. So again, you know, for like the law of revenge. You understand? People don't understand what Moses was really trying to teach brothers and sisters is to stop kill. Because if you kill somebody, that person have to come back and kill you. So if you know that in your head, you won't even kill in the first place. But people don't understand Moses' law. That's why Christ come and try to teach us how to understand Moses' law. He didn't change nothing. Christ just came and make us understand Moses' law. You understand? Just like in Christ, he revolutionized the name of the Most High. He started to call him Father. Or Father, you know what, in heaven. Because if he get to understand it, the Most High is our Father. So if I call him a Father, people might understand him now. People go understand he's a father and he's just disobeying, or he's how to say, he's punishing his children there. You know, if you tell your children don't do something and they do it, the children go get punished. You know? So Christ called him a father. Now people don't understand that. Christ was teaching Moses though, but they didn't understand that them Christian leaders and them. Alright? Go ahead, you got 29.
Verse 29. We know that God spake unto Moses, as for this fellow, we know not from whence he is. The man answered and said unto them, Why herein is a marvelous thing, that ye know not from whence he is, and yet he hath opened my eyes. Verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners, but if any man be a worshipper of God, and doeth his will, him he heareth.
Right. So now the blind man now, or the so-called blind man at this time, he started to cut them now. He started to cut them now. You understand? So you know that will get them more angry. He started to cut them now. You know that them supposed to be the doctors of the law. Well, this man who was once blind and he could see now, he started to cut them now. You understand? So yeah, go ahead.
Verse 32. Since the world began, was it not heard that any man opened the eyes of one that was born blind? If this man were not of God, he could do nothing.
Right. That was
okay.
Right. So again, you know, since the world began, you're talking about what? Genesis. You never heard of a man healed, you know, when he was born blind. You understand? So if it happened now, that means it is of God. Because since the beginning of time, you never heard about that. A man opened his eyes when he was born blind. You understand? So if you're hearing about it now, that tells you something. You understand? That means it is of the Lord. It is of the Lord. You understand? Go ahead. Verse
34. They answered and said unto him, Thou wast altogether born in sin, and doest thou teach us? And they cast him out.
Right. So you know so they get upset, you know. So you can't come in here, you know, that what I'm saying, you know, you can't come in here and teach us. You know, we the Sadducees and Pharisees, you can't come in here and teach us. We the Sadducees and Pharisees, you can't come in here and teach us. You understand? We the Christian leaders, we T.D. Jakes, we Archbishop Charles Gordon, you know, we Pastor Gemma, Pastor Coffee, you know, we Eddie Long, we all of these preachers. Who's you? You can't come in here and teach us. You're a sinner. You're a sinner just like Christ. You can't come here and teach us. We the Sadducees and Pharisees. You understand? That is basically what is going on here. Go ahead.
I went Bible school. Because you go Bible school, you feel well. You know, you go Bible school, you not know theologian. Now they say no.
They say you use none of what?
We didn't go Bible school.
Right.
You know, they went Bible school.
Right.
You know, they know the Bible. You can't go and teach you not know the Bible. You know?
Right.
Going to this school, church or wherever.
Right.
Diploma. You can't come and teach me. Always see that.
Yeah, that's basically what they say. You know, but they know the Lord sometimes just talk through people, you know. The Lord sometimes just talk through people, and you know, Martin Luther King, many people have believed in Martin Luther King, but he didn't have the truth. He didn't know about the Bible. Right? This thing, but I had a dream that one day everybody go come together, white and black, go hold hands. That in the Bible it said that the Lord killed Martin Luther King because of that. You understand? Because that speech, I had a dream. That is why he was put to death. He led many people astray. He led them to believe that integration is of the Lord, when integration is a sin against the Lord. You understand? So yeah, read
Verse 35. Jesus heard that they had cast him out, and when he had found him, he said unto him, Doest thou believe on the Son of God?
Right, so Christ, he heard they cast him out. So Christ went out, he looked for him. Christ was like, hey, you believe in the Son of the Lord? You believe in the Son of the Lord? Go ahead.
Answered and said, Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him?
Right, so the man saying, well, who is he? Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? Who is he? Go ahead.
And Jesus answered and said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee.
Right, so Christ saying, yeah, you see him already, I is the person, the one that talking to you now, that is Christ, which is me. Christ. Christ saying, hey, I talking to you now. He is the Christ. That's what Christ saying. You understand? Go ahead.
And he said, Lord, I believe. And he worshipped him.
Right, and he said he had believed and he had worshipped him.
Verse 39. And Jesus said, For judgment I am come into this world, that they which see not might see, and that they which see might be made blind.
Right, so Christ said, for judgment I am coming to this world, that they which see might not see. Right, and that they which see might be made blind. Go ahead.
Verse 40. And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words, and said unto him, Are we blind also? Jesus said unto them, If ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye see, we see, therefore your sin remaineth.
Alright, so what is answer something?
Jesus said unto them, If
right.
ye were blind.
Yeah, so somebody, the Christian leaders, when there was a Christ and they heard Christ saying that, they that can see might not see, and they see might be made blind. They saying unto them, so we blind also. You understand? So Christ saying now, word.
Jesus said unto them, If ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, We see, therefore your sin remaineth.
Right, you understand that? Yeah.
So I guess if I may.
Good.
In verse 40, when somebody Pharisees heard it, they asked the question, Are we blind also? I see as if one would almost ask it, sarcastically. Maybe so we blind. You understand? That kind of mindset. So he understanding what they're saying, like we blind. You see what? If he was blind, then he would have no sin, which means you would not find no fault. But basically, by you asking if we blind also, you say that they could see. So your sin remain in that sinful state.
So this blind is talking about
spiritual blindness.
Spiritual blind meaning they don't know the truth.
They know the truth.
Right, and okay, so let me go into it now. So Okay, so read like that how you say it now, verse 41.
Verse 41. Jesus said unto them, if ye were blind,
Right, meaning they didn't have the truth. That what you're saying, right?
if
They didn't have the truth.
they are the truth,
Right. Mm-hmm.
ye should have no sin. But now ye say, we see, therefore your sin remaineth. So is it the saying that they're saying that they had the truth? Or they don't, it's like special saying they don't need to be saved. They're saved already. I saved and sanctified, I baptized.
Right.
So they're saying that they had the truth already. Right? But Christ saying, okay, if you say you're saved, no sweat, then you will remain in your sin. But I don't know if I the concept. Correct.
Yeah. Well, I'm 90% sure about it, right? But I don't want to say anything as yet till next week, right? But I don't think it's that, because if you go by what you saying, they didn't have the truth, right? If they didn't have the truth, why would he say he wouldn't have no sin? If they didn't have the truth, obviously you would have sin because they don't have the truth, right? So, right, we go get back onto that next week. We're not 100% sure, right?
Like I said,
Yeah, I'm sure.
it's just like, way I can say it's like this, right? It's like the eyes closed, right? So now if the man eye closed, right? It's like the eye closed, you can't say, well, they could be watching say like that man wife and thing and watching the man wife and thing. Say when they go to know, that man wife are watching shit too much and thing, or like when coming to the meats and thing, now you can't say, well, there is pork crab, this is like pork or this is beef. So now you can't say, well, but now you know how beef will be looking, you're gonna know pork and you say, I not seeing nothing to when coming to the laws. Say I think about them more or less like the eye open now, they're knowing everything, but yet the eye open and they're doing all the wrong. So the whatever they treat, but yet the behind thing now, the eye open and they eating pork. But this person here now is like a close. They don't know what it is, but I'm from wrong, but they didn't see it itself.
Yeah. Basically, it's something onto that line, but again, I want to be 100% sure before I comment on that, right? Yeah, basically, it's around that line, so, right? Yeah, so we go get into it a bit into it next week, alright? So yeah, again Obeah and Voodoo do exist, right? It's a sin against the Lord. If you believe in Obeah and Voodoo, come and get counseling. Okay, do exist. If you're seeing things, right, come and get counseling. Those things that you're seeing, it doesn't exist. You're seeing a Casper, a ghost, right? You're seeing your grandmother that died on the rocking chair rocking. She done dead already, right? That is not your grandmother, right? You're just wounded. You need a little counseling. Obeah and Voodoo does not exist, right? Just getting the ISGPK under command and General Hannah, all blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and then we learn the laws of the most.
Right.
Alright, so with that, let's pass the Kazo to Prison Officer Kazo.
Security announcements. We are the ICPK out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under command of General Yan. Right? New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother or sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. tithe, which is the commandment. You can find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18 and verse 21, and Malachi, chapter 3, verses 8 to 10. It means 10 in Hebrew and it's pronounced Ma'ashara. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the church department or teacher, priest fund, fuel offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you like to give. Alright, upcoming home game, holy convocation again, we wait on Commander General to give the order down. Alright, and when the Lord's Passover will be held due to the COVID-19 restrictions. Alright, so stay tuned to all the social media. Alright, for that, remind Akim and Wakian, which means brother or sister. Alright, our brothers and sisters to check on social media such as ISCPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for all ISCPK events and materials. If your brother wants to be a trooper in the school, which means he wants to start to do the work of the Lord and do the same thing and raise up his nation, you know what I mean? Build his community up. Then he's to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, like shirts, like pants, like a band or scarf, and with that we say imagine, which means to stand, upon your kodam, turn and face the east, and listen to the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew, right? Abanau, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Ayah, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Tabaha, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayim, Natananau, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalaknanau, Kababatnau, Kasalatnau, Kababatyanau, Wala'a, Tabaya Aino, Manasayawan, Abal, Awashaino, Mayan, Ra, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'ala, Wataparat, Walamium, Hama.
Right, the Lord's Prayer in the English, we said was Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, we forgive our debtors, lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Alright, this is the prayer for the blessings of the power structure in the school. Barakata Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Amakala, Wa Alahai, Matazabia, Alawapihan, Ha Alawapian, Ha Saranyam, Ha Quatazayanyam, Ha Kielianyam, Wakwathian, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Wadaraman.
In the English, what we said was, Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angel, commanding general Yahweh, general, the captain, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it.
Alright, it's the prayer for the power in the Hebrew, the Akak, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Babakashah, Nathanawa, Aka, Rabah, Kalmakala, Wakal Madawa, Aka, Lataha, Hamatazarium, Aka, Lakoyam, Amathiam, Aka, Alrakwa, Atamala, Lagarashan, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Wadaman.
Right, in the English, what we said was Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Please give us a power to heal, all manner of sickness, all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Right. Should we take verses? Blessed are you, Yahweh. King of heaven and earth. All things living. Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai. Listen to us now. Right now. Send evils and curses. And punishment and destruction. To the heathen. That speak against us. Like prophets. The teachers. The princes. The
priests,
the Israelite brothers, and the school, sent evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, force their riches, enter into thy sanctuary, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, to the Edomites, and the nation, and the drug dealers, the court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, the Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, fuzzy comitatus, gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA Space Program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airwaves, cable access channels, and the radio channels, convict the spirit, any of thy people, that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction, all the heathen, try to stop us from broadcasting your word throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and through the earth, and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief, and the murderer. Let Yahweh, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathen that come up against us, as we speak thy word, cause it to be known by all, that it is the angels that have done it, cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world, cause them to shake at thy coming, in the name of Yahweh. Thank you always. So be it.
Alright, this is the prayer to bless Israel. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Brooklyn out, Maishal, Obeah, Sapari, Barak, Rapah, Magan,
The Shikan Killer, Bastian Kobe, all the brothers and sisters fighting to come into the truth.
All the brothers and sisters fighting to come into the truth.
All the brothers and sisters that is in the truth.
All the brothers and sisters in the truth.
Commanding General Yohana, all the generals, captains, officers, troopers, sisters, children, brothers and sisters fighting to come in the truth. All 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. ISUPK all over the earth. ISUPK Trinidad. Itisha, Tazapa, Pataza, Yapa, Tamar.
Commanding General Yohana, all the generals, all the captains, all the officers, all the troopers, all the students, Shamka, Kaya, Yapa, Barak, Kinti and family, Khalifa.
Commanding General Yohana, generals, captains, officers, troopers, sisters, children, the destroyer of Israel, the Poto family, John family, Philip family, Bosby family, Sagalawan family, all the destroyer of Israel.
Commanding General Yohana, all the generals, all the captains, all the officers, all the troopers, all the sisters, all the children, all our families, all the destroyed of Israel. Alright, the Bosby family, Officer Galawan family, Officer Makan family, Officer Matquakan family, Officer Maikwan family, Officer Shan family, Officer Barreton family. Next month.
Commanding General generals, captains, officers, troopers, sisters, children, all the destroyed of Israel.
All the brothers and sisters in the ISPK.
All the brothers and sisters in the ISPK.
All the brothers and sisters fighting community truth.
All the brothers and sisters fighting to come to the truth.
Francois family.
Francois family.
Wrong family.
Wrong family.
Zion.
Wesleyan.
Daniela.
Jamelia. Nima.
Khadija. Angel.
Ashida.
Trisha.
Chantel.
Ireland.
All the brothers and sisters fighting the community, yes.
All the brothers and sisters fighting the ISPK.
All the brothers and sisters away.
All the brothers and sisters.
COVID-19 and all the other tribulations.
All the brothers and sisters away fighting COVID-19 and all other tribulations.
All the brothers and sisters fighting to come into the truth.
All the brothers and sisters fighting to come to the truth.
The
The
Bawa,
Aliyah,
Afisha,
Alicia.
Bashim Yoshai.
Tawaraman.
In English, what he said was, Lord,
Lord,
in the name of Yahushua,
in the name of Yahushua,
bless us,
bless us,
and Israel,
and
the school,
bless,
heal, shield, protect all of us, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Alright, I'm going to visual sir. Then, I'm going to give the teacher one could salute. I'm going to visual, I match him Shabbat. I match him. Rock.
Yahweh Hashem Yosharakata.
How about Shimei Shabbat?
Yajimata. I'm going to visual, give the sisters online. I could salute. I match him Shabbat. I match him. Rock.
Yahweh Hashem Yoshai.
Yajimata. Class dismissed.